So, self-inquiry. Self-inquiry. Ramana Maharshi's famous process. How do we do it? What even is it? And is it even necessary? Well, self-inquiry is the process of investigating your experience, investigating reality, looking at it really closely and asking the question, who am I? Am I that? Am I my thinking? Am I my feelings? Am I this body? Am I this mind? To discover that you're none of that. And actually, you're this beingness, this consciousness, this awareness that transcends all experience, all form. So, self-inquiry is a bit like a subtraction. You're going through, investigating parts of your experience one by one to find out that it's all temporary, all transitory, apart from one thing: the awareness that it appears as, the consciousness that's giving rise to it. That's the only thing that is permanent. So let's do it together. Who am I? Am I Alex? Well, I could change my name and I'd still be 100% me. So I can't essentially be Alex. Am I the Alex in my thinking? Am I the Alex in those thoughts? Am I my thoughts? If I have a thought about myself, I'm this, I'm going to do this, I did this in the past. Well, those thoughts aren't always there, and there's gaps in between the thoughts, and when those thoughts aren't there and when there's gaps in between the thoughts, I'm still here, I'm still 100% me. So I can't essentially be those thoughts. I can't be the thoughts, the thinking. I can't even be the character in the thinking, because when all of that disappears, I still remain. So am I my feelings? We say, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm happy. And yet we don't always feel sad, happy, or angry. And there's spaces in between the feelings when we're not really feeling much. And amongst all of this, we're still here. We're still 100% this. If we were to remove all feelings, if we couldn't feel anything ever again, then nothing that constitutes who or what we essentially are would disappear with that. We'd just still be here. I'd just still be here. So I can't essentially be those feelings. Or am I my body? Well, if I close my eyes, I can't see my body anymore, and yet I'm still 100% here. If I lost all sensation of my body and couldn't feel it anymore, I would still be 100% here, 100% me. And when I fall asleep at night and I dream, sometimes I dream of being in a completely different body or a completely different world, or maybe even not having a body at all, and yet I'm still 100% essentially me. And so I can't essentially be this body, because if I remove all evidence of it, what is the body made out of? Feelings, the sight of it, sometimes the sound of it, if I slap my leg. And yet if all of that was to disappear, what would remain? This open space of awareness and this I-ness, and it would still be in pristine condition. In fact, if I was to remove everything that I could ever experience in the world of form, all thoughts, all feelings, all sensations, all perceptions from experience, awareness, consciousness, this would still remain. It would still be 100% what it is. I would still be just as much I. Nothing that is essential to what I am would disappear with any of the form. In fact, if you've been in a flotation tank, a sensory deprivation tank, you kind of experience this a little bit. And so through this process of subtraction, we kind of get to what we essentially are. But it's not like we've got anywhere. It's that we've gone sorting through everything and discovered that none of it is actually essential to who we are at the very core of our being, to this beingness. So, Ramana Maharshi said something like, I am none of those things. I am the spirit that transcends the body and the mind. When he says spirit, is another word for awareness, consciousness, just pure isness or I-ness. You go through investigating your reality to find out that all of that form, all of thoughts, feelings, sensations, perceptions are all transitory. All appear and disappear within awareness, or more accurately, as awareness. And yet awareness, consciousness, remains just as it is. So it's revealed that the you that you thought you were isn't there. That's the result of self-inquiry. You ask the question, who am I, over and over again, discovering that, looking for that sense of I, to discover that it isn't here. And all that's really here is what is appearing. All that's really here is this whole and complete and perfect and pristine, indivisible field of aware presence appearing as everything you're experiencing. And with self-inquiry, it kind of comes back full circle, really, because eventually you discover that, well, yes, I am this body and mind in a way. It's not like it doesn't exist, or it's not appearing. It's still appearing. But it's discovered that it is an appearance of this awareness. And that this awareness is the permanent thing. This I-ness that transcends all I am this, I am that, is who or what you really are. This awareness or consciousness, as which everything's appearing, is who or what you really are. And at the moment, it's appearing as this human body and these thoughts and these feelings and this concept of I, and all of that's okay. It's all perfect. And it's what you are as well, but the perspective is different. It's like you realize, or it is revealed, that you are the dreamer as opposed to the dream character. You see that? In a dream, with dreams, you can suddenly start dreaming a different dream, and you're suddenly like a different person in a different world. So you see there that you're not that dream character, you're not that dream world, you're actually the consciousness as which the dream is appearing, and this is exactly the same. This is another dreamscape, just a lot more solid feeling. But it's the same. It just appears denser. It just appears more real. But it's not ultimately real. It has relative reality. It's real on this relative plane, but it's not ultimately real. The only thing that's ultimately real is I. The only thing that's ultimately real is awareness, consciousness, and I am that. So, this is self-inquiry. I hope this cleared things up for you. Peace.